Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All you people in the back, I can't see you. Can you please move up? And while they're moving up, they're like sloths. Come on, guys. I know you're stubborn in your chairs, but if you can only imagine to be a trainer and not see the people that you're talking to, I'm wondering if you're still asleep or if we've energized you. Okay, so I'm going to point out your names in a minute because I know some of you by name. Come on up. Just like in church, we're not going to ask you for a donation. Come on up. Come on up. I can wait here all day. Come on up. Yolanda, get him to come up. Okay, so while you're moving up, ever so quietly, I'm going to do a brief introduction so that you all know some of the things that are happening today. Maybe you're listening, maybe you're not. Some people would like to hear. Thank you. So while you're moving up quietly, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what to expect today and welcome you to the 2016 Women's Summit. This summit is only for women. If you're not a woman, you're in the wrong place. This is our second annual, and it's because of you reaching out to me and saying, we need to do something more. We're tired, we're broken, we're grumpy, we're old. Okay, that's just me. I don't know. But it's hard to be a mother sometimes. It's hard to be a woman sometimes. Can you hear me, Dana? Pick it up. It's hard to be a caregiver. Technology is hard. Thank you. However, it's wonderful when we come together and you can feel the energy and the power of all of us in the room together. I want to remind you all of a few things. Lunch today is being provided by the by the hotel. The Hyatt Regency Orlando is providing us with a free lunch. Yeah, isn't that nice? Anything free is nice, but if you're here through the Family Cafe, every time you see food, it is being provided to us free by the Hyatt. There'll be a couple of surprise moments, whether it's a juice break, punch break, or a reception before the Governor's Summit on Friday night. It's all being provided by the kindness of the Hyatt to welcome us as we have a 3-year contract with the Hyatt. Next year, they're not going to provide the food, but we're taking it all this year. So welcome, that's why it's very important, because there's a limited amount of people who could be here today, and there was a limited amount of tickets. If you did not receive a lunch ticket, don't worry about it, don't freak out yet, because someone else may have not have come. I want everyone to have eaten, but there's only so many places. Trudy, I'll meet you up here, back there, okay? So I want to say welcome to you all, and let me take a minute. Let me smile for you, Gil, so you can stop. Okay. I know all of you remember Paula Petre. She was here last year with her team of Dana, and I'll kill her last name if I say it, or Susan Dubois. And she brought in a lot of interesting speakers, some activities, some place for you to feel at peace and calm. It's not like Oprah, we're not passing out cards, but she does have a couple of door prizes. So at this moment, I want you all to take time and to be present with Paula as she takes us on this journey. So Paula. Let me do better at introducing Paula, though. I just looked down here and I saw some things. I want you all to realize Paula's been doing advocacy work for families throughout Florida for a while. We've all been around for a while. I'm not going to say years because that makes us, we'll all be past 30 by then. But she is the founder of Parent to Parent of Miami. It's the biggest parent support group in the state of Florida. Support and training. They do some awesome work. She founded this, a mom, and did this. It's amazing. She's also served on faculty at the University of Miami Medical School. So she helped with their training program there. She did the physician's training. Later in life, she's become certified in an area of holistic medicine. She has her doctorate, and she has studied the arts and medicine. She has been a long-time supporter of the Family Cafe. I met Paul and myself in the early 90s when we were both just moms. But she was somebody I looked up to because she had taken the advocating level to new heights. We all wanted to grow up and be Paula. Okay? And she has brought this group together for you today. And she will also be your MC for the activities and help you with the flow. So listen to Paula today and listen to everything they have to offer. You're going to be pleased. I know it. Thank you.
So as Lori walks down the aisle to go on to her many, many activities, let's everybody applaud and thank her. That's great. I met Yolanda in the 1980s in Miami as we all began to form a network, a powerful network of parents. I'm very honored to be here today and to bring to you this just incredible group of women and a man presenter as a drummer, Jeff Dean, who will be here this afternoon. We've worked to weave together modalities, healing modalities, different ways of looking at self and different ways of healing self that are very empowering and that are new in some ways and can be practices that you take home with you. So we want you to not only experience a day of wellness today and of relaxation and enjoyment and aha moments and insights about self, but we have designed it so that you take home practices that you can continue or to look for resources in your community where you can just know that you have that power within to find and seek and obtain just exactly what you need to bring together that balance within yourself. After many years in support and advocacy and now in wellness, the one thing that I have learned is that the most important factor, 90% of the game, is showing up. So whether you're showing up today for yourself. You may show up for yourself in the morning. We show up for ourselves in the morning by looking in the mirror and say, wow, you're looking awesome today. Have an awesome day, right? Setting a good intention, a strong intention for the day. We may show up for a meditation practice. We may show up for some journaling that we're going to do. We may show up in so many different ways for ourselves. But we show up. And as we do, we're 90% there. So let's begin this morning with a congratulations to yourself for showing up here today. Everyone stand up if you're able and find someone right next to you and just say, congratulations, you did it, you showed up.
Congratulations to you.
All right, absolutely. And as you settle back in, go ahead and we say we drop our minds into our hearts. So we drop our minds, we take a breath. And it's about 18 inches for most people, and sometimes it's hard to get there, right? But when we drop into our hearts, we say it's kind of like into the eagle of the heart, you know? And set a powerful intention for yourself today. So intention and goal is two different things. Your goal may be to start a new practice, or maybe to exercise more after today, or maybe some different nutritional practice, or whatever it is. Those may be goals. But an intention is setting something from within the heart that's in the moment. So just today, for example, today I'm going to be present and open to new possibilities. That's setting an intention for the moment, for the day. So everyone right now, drop into your heart and just set an intention for yourself today. I'm going to let the outer world go by. Let it do its thing today. And I'm going to be present only to self today. That would be an intention, not a goal. And intentions are very powerful. So we just set that now and just watch, because as we set it, and we set in a powerful intention for you today, that you come into this space of openness, creativity, a loving kindness that's been brewing for you for several months now. So as each of you registered, know that we brought you into this fold in a loving way, and just, yes, she's here, and bringing you into that space. And now set that for your own self. Just take 1 minute right now. Beautiful. Great. And when we set intentions, they come true. Before the day goes too much further, not at this moment, but know during breaks, during lunch, if you have not completed the part 1 of the evaluation form, we really ask you to do that. Even if you do it at lunchtime, we don't want to do it during a speaker. But it's very important, and then we're going to do it at the end, because we really want to see the impact and understand how it is that we are, what change we're creating within our programs as we develop them each year. It is my honor and privilege to present to you the first keynote, our first speaker of the day, the keynote speaker, Patricia San Pedro. Patricia is a 4-time Emmy Award-winning TV producer, an author, photographer, writer, inspirational speaker, a PR media expert, and a breast cancer survivor and advocate. She is founder of Positively Pat, a health and wellness community. Her book, The Cancer Dancer, Healing One Step at a Time, guides women and their caregivers step by step from diagnosis to treatment. Her healing journey became a discovery documentary called The Cancer Dancer, which received a 2012 Suncoast Emmy Award. Pat is owner of Pat San Pedro Productions, a public relations and media training company. In 2005, she co-authored a book called Dish and Tell, which was later turned into a musical. Pat's message inspires joy, a life of balance, meaning, and purpose. Welcome, Pat.
You ever notice that you make plans
and then God laughs. I was perfect until right now where I really gotta pee. Hold it. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies. Hi.
Hi.
So, I am humbled, honestly, and a bit confused as to why I am here. To be honest with you, when I was invited by Paula, I asked, why me? What gives me the right to stand before such a caring group of women, of mothers? You see, I'm not a mother. I have no children. So this makes it very difficult for me to imagine what it's like to walk in your shoes. So why am I here? I'm here as a reminder that during times of turmoil and despair, there is a road back to peace and joy. I'm here as a reminder that as mothers and as women, our pains and our joys run very deep within all of us. We are nurturers and we care deeply. But all of that caring and doing can take its toll. We need to take care of ourselves. Today, with an open heart, I will share with you my breast cancer story and how I was able to intuitively tap into joy even in the midst of unknown outcomes and of challenges that were physical and emotional. I share my experiences with the hopes that it will inspire you to find joy in your everyday life. It was April 10th, 2008, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. As you would assume, the diagnosis shook my foundation. I felt grief and sadness and fear. I thought of my mom, who died 20 years prior when she was only 59, of breast cancer. Yet, in the moments after hearing the diagnosis, somehow I knew that this was God's way of helping me grow, reach my fullest potential as a human being, and help others with what I was learning. It was in those early moments that I realized that I actually had the power to choose my attitude for how I would handle the situation. I tend to look for a silver lining, even in difficult moments. So after hearing those 3 words that no one wants to hear, I invited my friends over. We popped open 2 bottles of champagne and celebrated what I hoped would be learning about life in the midst of healing. We all know that we have only so much control over the events that take place in our lives, but what we do have control over is how we respond to them. The Dalai Lama says it best: pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. It's like a switch in our heads that we can choose to flip, to wallow in woe is me despair, or to take the lemons, make mojitos, and celebrate joy. When going through difficult times, or when life is filled with non-stop challenges, I believe, of course, it's important to feel all the emotions fully as they arise, but then to quickly move through the ones that aren't serving you, even if the situation in and of itself hasn't changed. It's okay and normal to feel those feelings. You feel the grief, you feel the sadness, you feel the frustration, sometimes you even feel anger. Feel them, learn from them. Gather the wisdom that comes from the richness of those dark moments in our lives. But don't buy real estate on that land. I have faith that everything happens as it does for a reason, whether brought about by divine design or by human manifestation. From that perspective, I considered no option other than leaning into this difficult moment and learning what I was supposed to learn. If God's will aligned with mine, I would survive cancer, use a healing journey as a time to reconnect with myself, set a new course for my life, and help others with what I was learning. The fact that I'm alive and standing here today means that at least in this case, God and I were on the same page. With the hope of helping others who are diagnosed, my friends and I videotaped my entire breast cancer journey, beginning 4 hours after I was told I had cancer. The goal is to inform, educate, inspire, give hope, not just for the patient diagnosed, but for their caretaker as well. I believed that if a newly diagnosed patient could see me going through my journey in an empowered way, it would help them. It would take away some of that feeling of the unknown, what was coming up, what was happening, and help them get through it in a much more hopeful manner. Since the day of diagnosis, because of the way my mom infused in me her extraordinary strength, spirit, and positivity, I truly never saw my breast cancer as something other than something that was brought into my life to help me become a better person, to truly help me grow, and to benefit others through the sharing of my story. I think of Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "You gain strength, confidence, and courage by every experience in which you stop to look fear in the face." I just need to get this off my chest. Slowly, the people that I trust and love. I was diagnosed with cancer 3 weeks ago.
These are, it's like two, that's what made me sing. You said you're two? Yeah, there are two. They're kind of put together. The one is the continuation of the other.
My mom passed away from breast cancer. And so I get checked every 6 months. So here I am in my kitchen, about to tell my dad. The wine is for me as much as it is for them. I'm scared shitless right now. By the way, what does mastectomy mean?
It's mastectomy.
No, it's mastectomy.
It is?
What the hell does that mean? I have no idea. Some people ask, why me? I say, why not me?
Oh, and this keeps expanding as you inject it.
She
in.
fills you a little
Uh-huh.
when you leave as much as she can, and then every 2 weeks we keep on filling it.
And it's all good and I will be fine, and I know that it's just a little bit of a tough pill to swallow completely. They're talking about having a port in me for a year.
This just brings us back down to earth, to realize that it's all about health and friendship and love, and nothing else really matters.
They give me strength when I'm weak. They're always there to make me see that there's a light at the end. I guess they're true friends. They are true friends. Oh yeah.
People who find themselves diagnosed with cancer or any illness and are alone and don't have family or don't have friends, then go and find a support group. I live alone. I have no husband, no kids and no siblings. My girlfriends are my family.
How can I not eternity?
I have never in my entire life felt the kind of love that I feel right now. And I've always felt loved, but this has been over the top. And I know that that is one of the reasons why this is happening. And I could have crawled under a rock and despair over this, or I could choose to flip the switch and look at my cancer as something that's truly bearing gifts in my life. And then every 4 hours or so, more or less, they come and they drain it out. So this is what I look like after the double mastectomy. to me, today is Thursday. I had the operation on Saturday. And they already, as part of what surgery, they already started the reconstruction. So I have expanders put in. So as you can see, I've already been partially reconstructed.
That's better, right? No, you're not going to.
I feel like that tight bra that I've had on for 11 days has been finally removed, so I'm very happy about that. And they should gas you. Why can only dentists give you nitro, whatever it's called? What's it called? I'm actually here in Sylvester having chemo infused into my veins for the very first time in my life, and it feels like nothing. The juice is up there, it's kind of like this golden color, it's like a sacred sunshine juice. So I'm just envisioning that wonderful juice going into my body and just bidding goodbye to any unhealthy cells that I may have.
I have been up all night. I cannot fall asleep. It is now. I've been thinking about, am I learning the lessons that I need to learn from this whole cancer experience? And I'm just not sure that I'm learning all the lessons. And I want to make sure that I do. It's all good. It's all happening for a reason. I just wish I knew what it was. I have to get up and set up to go to chemo. I'm up.
Some people are going to think that I'm too light and not serious.
Thank you for coming to my chemo party. Thank you very much. I like it for a party in an unusual location.
I tend to be upbeat. And I like to find the positive in everything.
I have no nipples, although my cleavage is growing by the day. It's a beautiful thing.
But that's how I think now.
My spiritual connection is a huge part of my healing.
Okay, so here goes a long let my hair.
It's snowing here. It used to be raining men, now it's snowing here. Oh, good. All right. You know what? You can't be vain throughout this whole process. Forget about it. It'll grow back. Doesn't matter.
So today is 3 days or 4 days, I've lost track, after chemo number 4. And I don't feel sick, but I'm exhausted. But even just getting out of bed to make myself breakfast has been a challenge. I've been trying to do it for 2 hours. And I look at these women and I look at these clothes that I normally buy, sexy, sexy. And I say, will I ever be sexy again?
Makeup is a beautiful thing.
It's all good. But it's a sucky process at times.
It's been tough. It's been tough. It's been tough. Where I saw my nipples for the first time. Where I wasn't very pleased, to say the least. Even though they're going to be fine in the end right now. I feel pretty deformed. I have one nipple, which looks like shit. And the other breast has no nipple.
3 minutes left to the end of 1 year of treatment.
chemotherapy and Herceptin treatment, I am now leading the pack, hiking up in Peru to the sacred site. I made it to the top. And this time, I was the very last one up. 3 hikes ago, I was the first one up. So I think the point in the lesson is, it doesn't matter if you're at the front of the line, it doesn't matter if you're at the back. The point is that you have to have faith in yourself, and you trust, and you believe, and just make it. Whether you're in the back or you're in the front, it just doesn't matter. So it's just a matter of making it and trusting in yourself.
I still only have one nipple. I always say that my breasts are always doing this. You have to laugh.
That's right.
So yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotions. Does anyone know about that here? Yes? Yeah. Some days, obviously, I was so overwhelmed, I was barely unable to get out of bed. But yet even in the middle of the most difficult moments, somehow I was able to connect to an inner peace. And that is my greatest hope for you. Do we focus on the challenges and the fears? Or do we make a really conscious decision to look for blessings in unexpected places and choose joy? You see, no matter what you pick, joy and peace, or worry and fear, the situation will be what it is. So instead of obsessing about my cancer and whether it would kill me, like it could have, I partied. I partied when they cut off my hair, and I celebrated being bald. We partied at every single chemo treatment. We had pink parties and purple parties and Hawaiian parties. We brought food for all the nurses and patients and just turned it around, celebrating and savoring the moments we were spending together, my family, my friends, and I. I refer to chemotherapy as sacred juice. I get some pretty bizarre stares when I say that, but in my book, if it's something that heals me, I'll go through the turmoil to get over there. So it's sacred. There were so many blessings in my journey, and there still are. A few years ago, I created an international support group called the Link of Hope Sisters, and we're sisters, not sisters, because we have attitude. Every day, we help women who are shell-shocked when they hear the words that they have cancer. We inspire, empower, and educate the ones that are just starting their journey, and we always have fun in the process. I've made friends around the world that I probably never would have met had it not been for the cancer. That's an unexpected blessing. Now, most of you in this room are probably nonstop all the time. You're experts in caring for others, usually at the expense of taking care of you. Raise your hand if that's true for any of you. Okay, yeah. I remember caring for my mom, Daisy. How beautiful was she? And then my grandma, Mimi, her mom, who lived to the ripe old age of 103. All the while I was working literally 90-hour weeks between the caretaking, my job in corporate America, writing my first book, and launching a women's initiative. I can honestly say that that nonstop crazy life, I feel, contributed to my illness. Now I care for my 86-year-old dad who has hydrocephalus. And although at times I know these experiences are some of the most beautiful lessons in my life, and yes, they stretch me to the limits of patience and of faith. I've also learned that if you don't take care of you, you will burn out. So, by the power vested in me by the goddesses of the universe, I give all of you permission to play, to have fun, to follow your passions. This is your life too. clock is going tick-tock, and the more you put it off, whatever it is, the closer you get to giving up on your dreams. So what are your dreams? What are your passions? When I had cancer, there was one really powerful statement that just stuck with me. I heard it from Dr. Wayne Dyer, who I loved. Don't die with your music still in you. Such a simple statement, but it just blew me away. In the midst of cancer, it took on even greater meaning for me. So what is your music? What are your passions? When was the last time that you played like you were 6 or 10? Or when was the last time you giggled with girlfriends? I believe that these girlfriend breaks take us back to a time when we were more carefree. And in those magical moments, that's when we reconnect with playfulness and uncover our deepest desires and passions. Cancer gave me the permission to follow my passions like music, dancing, photography. As a TV producer, the visual arts are my thing. I find beauty in everything I see. I'm obsessed with taking pictures, much to the chagrin of my friends. Speaking of which, hold on. Okay, smile. Okay, hold on. I want everyone's hands up, come on. Happy. See, I am obsessed. And although I'm an amateur at the photography thing, cancer gave me the, the ovaries to create an art exhibit, praying that someone would exhibit it, and they did. It's called Discover Your Doorway. The idea blossomed in the midst of chemo, and it incorporates doors that literally open up to reveal magical landscapes behind them. The doors represent the obstacles and the challenges in our lives, and the key is how we open the door and how we step through it, in fear or in joy. Savoring joy to me means never letting life dictate how I live. So when I turned 60 this year, you don't 60? I needed that. So yeah, when I turned 60 in March, I gave myself the party that I wanted. Paula was there, my friend Maria was there, and it was all about dancing. I took a few lessons without anyone knowing, and I did a little salsa routine with this real cutie pie like they do in Salsa with the Stars. I probably wouldn't have done that had it not been for the permission that cancer gave me to just do whatever I want to do. Bucket list, check. To this day, cancer truly reminds me to live my passions now because we just never know what tomorrow brings. I believe that breast cancer came into my life to teach me lessons I needed to learn. It has gone from being a dreaded enemy to being a catalyst for my own growth, a conduit through which to pass from one level of awareness to another. As its temporary host, I welcomed the wisdom it had to offer. I now have a renewed sense of empowerment, strength, peace, and clarity about what I want to do with my life. Part of that mission is helping others, which is why I wrote the book, The Cancer Dancer, and why I'm here today. I find my way to peace much quicker than before, and trust that blessings will blossom from even the most unexpected situations. That perspective gives me strength and clarity, and I stop dreading all the ridiculous stuff that we stress about. If you look closely at me right now, you're going to see that I have roots. They're showing. Do I care? Was I going to stress that I didn't have time? Was I going to make myself crazy before I left my house that I needed to do my roots? Does it really make a difference as to who I am, as to how you receive me, as to my message? No, get over it. It's okay to be perfectly imperfect. It really is. I will never be the same person I was before cancer. Now I make sure to make time for me. To sit quietly, to meditate, to read a book that I want to read, to listen to my music, to spend time with my friends, to hug a tree, to be in nature, to be nourished and nurtured, and to be completely present with each moment that unfolds before me. Even if it's 10 minutes a day here and there, I sneak in me time whenever possible. Easier said than done, of course, when you're caretaking for someone else and you're on that job 24/7. But I am so proud of each one of you today for being here right now for you. I think that's deserves. We are all facing or have faced challenges in our lives. The health issues, ours, that of someone we love. It could be financial worries, it could be divorce, it could be self-esteem, it could be financial, it could be anything. That is called the roller coaster of life, and we're all on that together. Bottom line, I believe that joy is the antidote to fear. And being joyful is a serious matter. Sometimes due to the circumstances of our lives, it's really, really hard work to get to that place of peace. But I have no doubt that what really matters is getting there no matter what's happening around you. In that place of peacefulness, acceptance, and joy, our life resonates in positive ways, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. If I could rewind this tape and rewrite my breast cancer story, I can honestly tell you, I would not. For the story, just as is written, is an example of what is possible when love is the motive and compassion is the means. My love and appreciation for life, all of it, has been magnified tenfold. I feel that my life has been called to a purpose much greater than myself, touching lives and healing hearts. Living a purpose-filled life, like each one of you do, is a gift. It is my hope that together we will continue to carry this love and this compassion out into the world, creating generations of people who are able to experience a resounding inner peace, fulfillment, and a profound sense of joy, even in the midst of turmoil. Thank you, and blessings to each one of you and your families. Thank you.
Beautiful, Pat. A powerful message. This funny recent incident just keeps coming to mind about Pat and I. And I had not seen her video, and I watched it a few weeks ago, actually, in preparation for the summit. And so I called her spontaneously, and I said, hey, sweetie, what are you up to? She goes, no, I'm here sitting on the toilet. I said, okay, good. Well, I just saw the top half, and now I'm envisioning the other half. So it's just to have that friendship, you know, and that person in your life, you know, that can remind you, as she did to all of us today, of the value of self, the value of humor and finding delight, even in times of struggle, and that it is our perception of how we see the world that determines the quality of our lives. And we'll continue with this theme today. And thank you, Pat, for the reminder of that self-reflection of what is our passion? What are we passionate about? What's our song that still wants to be sung within us? And just reflect on that today. Because there's always that part of it that remains a little bit hidden from ourselves. And we're given opportunity, it can come out and it exposes itself. And we go, oh yeah, that's what that is. Let me continue to follow that dream. Their dreams might be buried, but they're still there. And let them come up and out and be expressed. And take that time today in that personal reflection time for that. Thank you so much, Pat, Mwah. For all that you do. Our next presenter today is Vanessa Cisneros. Vanessa believes that the journey to healing, well-being, joy, balance, and clarity begins in the heart. She has a master's degree in Chinese medicine and is a licensed acupuncturist in the state of Florida. She has extensive training in other healing modalities, including aromatherapy, Alaskan flower essences, shamanic studies, and sound and color therapies. Her training in sound and color therapy has taken her to Switzerland, Colorado, Germany, and New York, studying with renowned leaders in her field, and she was recently appointed to the International Board of Sound and Light Therapy. Has anybody heard about sound and light therapy before? A few people. Awesome. Wonderful. Everyone who knows Vanessa knows that she loves her monochord. And fortunate for us, she brought it with her. And we're going to experience that and many other parts of her therapy treatment. Vanessa also has an exhibit booth. She's going to be available during break times and in between this evening when you come back a little bit early if you're here at 7. She's going to be here and answering questions also tonight between 7 and 7:30 before we get restarted again. So thank you so much. And she has also a treat for you at her booth. So make sure you stop by. Vanessa.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. Well, I actually have a confession to make. When Paula Petrie invited me to come and speak in front of you, and when I'm going to speak from my heart, I felt not worthy. Because I have children that are, they go to college, they're doing fine. Yes, I'm a single mom, but I don't know what it means to walk in your shoes. To have children with disabilities. And I just felt not worthy. Why am I going to bring to them? Yes, sound and color, but what more than that? So on April 12th, as God gives me the answers always, I had an appendectomy. First time ever that I was actually sick. And my threshold of pain is really, really low. I'm a chicken, big chicken. So to watch Patricia and her journey, I was sitting here crying. Plus to be around, well, you guys that go through so much in your lives is very humbling. So anyway, so I had my operation, the appendectomy, and I'm one of these people that's always going. And this stopped me dead on my track. And even after 5 days after the surgery, I was ready to get up and go. And then I got an infection. And it was the universe saying, no, you need to sit down and be with yourself. And like I said, my threshold of pain is very low. And when they had to do another incision around my belly button, and they clean the drain, and it's very painful. But they didn't explain to me what the procedure was going to be like. So I just laid on the table, and the doctor just began stuffing in that, gauze that they put in with no anesthesia or anything. And I began to tremble and almost faint. And at that moment, my life flashed all the things in my life that had created pain. I was born in Nicaragua, and I went through war. And I came to this country at the age of 12. It was like I saw an image of the painful moments of my life when I said goodbye to my mom and my dad. Before then, when bullets were raining down, and I thought I was going to die. I was 11 years old when that happened. And I got up. In that moment, I realized, oh my gosh, this is it. It's the end. I'm going to die. But here I am. Nothing happened. And all those moments began flashing. And I sat there and I realized how much emotion can be lodged in our cells, in our muscles, and how much we retain. And me, I'm a nurturer. I love to take care of my patients. And what I realized is that there's that little girl inside of me that was crying for help. The little girl that felt abandoned. But instead, I focused my energy on everybody else because it was just too painful inside. And as caretakers, that's what we do. And so I invite you today to really tap into yourselves. This is the moment that you have. Honor this moment, just like I did in these past 5 weeks where I had no choice but to sit with my own sorrows, my own pains, and even though everybody has a different journey. My journey has not been of being sick, but it's been more of the emotional, of the roller coaster of not being with my parents and all the stuff that comes with being an immigrant, with being in war. And so today, I want to invite you through a journey of the rainbow. So as an acupuncturist, I practice a little different. I use sound and color therapy. And the reason why I do that is because it becomes a body, mind, spirit treatment. Color, when we work with color, we're working with the essence of who we are. The great Albert Einstein said, our cells communicate via light impulses. But it wasn't until the 70s that Dr. Fritz Bob actually proved that. So to work with color is to work with the essence on a cellular level. So for 27 years, I'm actually a certified public accountant. Yes. And because my ex-husband was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, was given 6 months to live, I lived with him through his own journey. And after he is actually, 9 years later, he's in remission. He's a medical miracle, really. Yeah. And at that time, I was doing all my shamanic work with him, and I was not into the sound and color. But it really forced me to look at my life and make a change. And it was one of those pivotal moments that I said, I cannot die with my music in me. I want you to know, as an accountant, I'm an extreme introvert. Accountants, typically, they sit behind a desk, and for me to be doing this, to step out and speak in front of you is actually a huge deal for me. But the passion that I feel for color therapy is too much, because I know what it does. I know what it's doing in my life. Because it clears your field. It gives you space to breathe. It gives you space for clarity, for wisdom. The great psychologist Carl Jung said that the key to the unconscious mind is through color. You see, we have so much information coming at us all the time, but the brain can only process 6 to 9 pieces of information, when yet there's 2 million. Everything else is going in the unconscious mind. And one way to access that is through color. And today, we are going to do some exercises that are simple, that you can apply in your life to create more balance, more peace. And don't be fooled by these color. You know, color is very powerful. Actually, is from everything I've studied, is the most powerful therapy that I see that works in my clients. You know, when I sold my practice and all my CPA friends were, they just couldn't believe that, Vanessa, what happened to you? What's gotten into you? You're selling your practice of 27 years and you're giving it up to go use these little lights on people? And I'm like, yeah. But at the time, I didn't even know what it was going to do. I was just following my heart. And if I can tell you, now I train other therapists, and I see how much their lives are changing. I see the amount of joy that they have in their hearts, the clarity. Just yesterday, I actually, got back from a wonderful trip from Turks and Caicos. And I was a traveling therapist at this amazing resort. And I kept sitting at night, pinching and saying to myself, oh my gosh, how did I get here? So to work with color is to expand your horizons, to expand your possibilities. So you guys have a journal in your bags, and we're gonna go through the different colors, but what's important, what I'm gonna talk about is basics. But what's important is how you feel. As we do each exercise, I want you to focus on what images come up. If there's a specific person that comes up when a certain color is up on the screen, where in your body do you feel that? Because this will lead into the next presenter of what she's going to bring to you, which is working with color. So I invite you to dive in to this journey. And so with that, I actually would love to know if anybody needs a little bit of calmness today. That's willing to come up here and sit here. Yeah? Okay. Come on down.
How many do you want?
Wait, there's more. So I need one person with calmness. Yeah?
She said she wants calmness.
Okay, you want calmness? Yeah. All right. So go ahead. Hold on to this for right now. It's one topic. So anybody needs focus or concentration?
Oh, I can do that.
I need one person. There's one more. Okay, focus and concentration. Does anybody need some passion in their lives and some energy? One person. So, come on up. So does anybody need today, want to experience some harmony, some balance, all right, come on down. The reason why I wore orange is because it's the color of joy, it's the color of creativity, and of also communicating, of being social. So who wants to try the orange? Yeah. How about insight? A little bit of insight and intuition.
Yeah.
And I need one more chair. And who wants to experience a little bit more wisdom?
Everybody.
Oh. I want you to do is, I want you to just have this silk around you. There you go. So hold on to the glasses, and I'll let you know when you're going to put on your glasses. Do you have where's the photo? So it's a journey through the rainbow. What's really fascinating and amazing is that, look at the color spectrum. We have the gamma rays, the X-rays, the ultraviolet, infrared, and the radio waves. And look at what we can actually see with our eyes. Just imagine the possibilities. I can tell you that when I work with my patients, and I use this instrument, which I'll talk about it in a minute, and I see how the colors actually come in. They're very bright and beautiful, and they're colors that I actually don't even see, you know, in silks or in coloring books. So be open to the possibilities. So red is the spirit of life. And the person that's wearing the red silk, can you please put on your glasses? And I want you to see life through red. Red is action. Red is the warrior spirit. It's actually my favorite color. The passion and courage to lead the way. Red is vigorous. It is active, direct, pioneering, brave. It is exciting, alerting. It is grounded. It's really Mother Earth grounding you, because it is the lowest color. It's life force, it's blood. On a physical level, I use a lot of red light on those individuals that feel very, very tired, or that need a little bit of, you know, inspiration to get moving. Or sometimes I actually use it to those people that have repressed anger, and they're willing to go there and to express the anger easily and effortlessly, to release it and transform it. And it restores depleted energies. And so the way that I work it with acupuncture is depending on the condition of the person, I put it in different spots of the body, and I will show you with the lights that I use. But anyway, so what I want you guys to do right now, we're going to do a meditation, and it's going to be a guided meditation with the color red. And this is what I want you to pay attention. Notice how it feels when you use your imagination, you bring it forth. And I'm going to keep this red up here in case if you need the visual. But if you are good at imagining, I want you to imagine the red coming in. So I work with this monoboard. This is an instrument that was actually invented by Pythagoras, the father of mathematics and of the founder of that set the baseline of music, of the music that we know today. And what this instrument does, it helps us to reach a point of relaxation where we truly can tap into the greater wisdom that lies within us. So we're going to do a 2-minute meditation with red. And after we're done, I want you to note in your journal what came up. Feelings, what you saw, felt, heard. It's important so that for your next exercise with the next person, you can work with color in those feelings that came up. And if this color actually created a certain reaction in you. This is the way that the unconscious mind will work through in helping you release whatever is coming up. So are you guys ready? So uncross your legs. Take, and take a deep breath. So I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to bring the color red as if it's coming up from the earth. See it, feel it, sense it. Bring it up your legs. stomach area. Into your heart. Breathe in the color red. Notice how it feels. Bring it up to your throat. Between your eyes. The top of your head. All around you. Taking a deep breath, breathing in red. Into your palms. Have it circle you. Breathing in again, red from the bottom, all the way to the top. Taking a deep breath again and releasing the red. So if anything came up for you, you can open your eyes, come back into the room and notice, how did it feel to breathe in red? Did you feel it in a specific part of your body? What emotions did it bring up? So take 30 seconds to write down the lady in red up here. Any thoughts or feelings or energy? Excellent. Great. But now you can take off your glasses because I don't want you to be running out of the room. All right, so the next color, the color of joy, which is orange. It's happy, it's energetic, it's emotional, adaptable, flamboyant, it's social. It's actually a color that I use a lot when people come into my practice and they tell me they're very depressed. So I have them do homework with orange, whether it's wearing orange glasses, because you see, everything gets recorded in the brain with color, actually. So what happens is, when you shift the color, when you change the color, it changes your mood. Have you noticed sometimes when, actually in marketing, color is used very strategically. Did you know that red and yellow is a great combination to make you eat more and fast? So that's how impactful color is. So anyway, so I use orange when I want to bring more joy, when I want to have somebody be more enthusiastic. And on a physical level, I use orange light for arthritis. I use orange light, again, to also give energy. And I use it to relieve nervous tension, fear, to anybody that has loss of appetite. So it's also for depressed people, it's like for great, great color. And by the way, back at the table, there's going to be a pamphlet with all this information, so you guys can use this information when you go home, and all the different suggestions. So now my Joy lady, she's ready. So again, let's go through orange. So take a deep breath. Surrounded by color orange, just to be surrounded by a burst of life and joy. Breathing in orange, in and out. Visualizing color bathing you. Visualize guiding you into an orange. You taste the orange. Breathing in. Breath again. And once again, open your eyes and notice if anything came up for you guys to write it down in your journal. I want to tell you a little story about what I'm doing actually, because I think it's important. I was in Vienna this past March at the International Life Conference, an incredible organization because it's a bunch of scientists, doctors that get together and are very passionate about what color does. And I was asked to do this color test. They asked me, think of somebody that you've had issues with in your life, and I'm going to show you a series of colors. And notice which one you're going to have a reaction with. So I thought of my ex-husband. I've been married a couple of times, so the father of my kids, to make it clear. And actually, indigo was the one color that was very impactful to me. It made me upset when I thought of him and indigo. So my homework was to work with the indigo glasses, as the ladies are wearing up here. And so for 2 nights in a row, before going to sleep, I put on the indigo glasses, and all I did was breathing. That's it. And I was just looking at the color. The following 2 nights, I actually had some very powerful dreams with him. I mean, they felt so real. It was as if I was remembering our life together and the things that went wrong. And I was puzzled because I was like, wow, these color lights are really, color glasses are really powerful. The next day I did the same thing. I again put on the indigo glasses, and again there was powerful dreams. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I had that appendectomy. He doesn't really talk to me much. But when I was in the hospital, he actually called me with genuine concern. So somewhere there was healing that took place that we may not say, okay, there was A plus B equals C. No, there was somewhere in the ethers, somewhere in my soul, the healing took place, and somehow he picked it up. I believe in the power of one, and that we truly do feel each other. And so this is why I want to give you this example, because what we're doing right now, it's for you to find clues of your life and what can be transformed, the gifts that you can actually find, and what comes up as we work through each color, right? So we're going to go to the next color. Yellow is the spirit of divine intelligence. Actually, yellow is a wonderful color if you are in need of some focus or concentration. If you're going to school, it is great for children that have learning disabilities to have them surrounded with a lot of yellow. So yellow is for mental abilities, new ideas, self-worth, self-confidence. The intellect is for clarity of thoughts. It's analytical, and it is yellow. It's great for critical judgment. And also on a physical level, I use yellow when there's stomach ache. I actually either place a silk or the color lights, or I use it when there's arthritis, when there's pain. I use it to move the endocrine system, to detoxify the body. Literally, I use color lights, and the body moves, the body responds, because at the end of the day, like I was mentioned at the beginning, we are light, and when you apply color light therapy, the cells expand, they get more energy, so the body's able to release toxicity through that. It is great also for anxiety, for promoting relaxation. Believe it or not, it calms down the nervous system. So what I want you to do, she's got the yellow glasses on, the same thing. We're going to go and do this for each color. So take a deep breath. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine the sun. Feel the warmth of the sun on top of your head. Feel the color coming down from your head, down into your arms, to your fingers. Breathe in yellow. digestive system. Notice the burst of energy that it also gives you. How your mind becomes clear and sharp. Think of a lemon. Can you taste the lemon? Can you smell the lemon? Continue breathing in yellow. What thoughts are coming up? What feelings? As yellow surrounds you, what clarity comes out for you today? Open your arms to the sun and invite yellow, the color of divine clarity, of radiance. Breathe in yellow, exhale yellow. Breathe in. Breathe out. And open your eyes when you're ready. So is anything coming up for you guys as you go through the colors? Any feelings, thoughts, emotions? No? Yes? Okay, good. Just out of curiosity, is it visual? Is it a feeling? Is it things that you're remembering? Conversations? Feelings? Okay, good. So work with those feelings throughout the day, whatever's coming up. I know this seems very subtle, and it is, but yet very powerful. By the end of the day, you may find the gift in whatever is coming up. Green, the spirit of hope. It is love, it is wholeness. It's a great color when you're sitting down reading for a long period of time or doing work, to get up, to go outside and connect to the trees, to look at green. Because in Chinese medicine, green is connected to the liver meridian, which allows for your energy to move throughout your body. So you want to feel refreshed also? Look at green. If you're angry, look at green. If you want to make more money, look at green. It is unconditional love, it is compassion, it's stability, it's devotion, it is tenderness, it is fertility, it is growth. Those moms that are trying to get pregnant, I tell them, go look at green. Sprout like a tree. It's understanding and it is nurturing. On a physical level, it's the color that I use to harmonize the entire energy system, to harmonize the body. It's a color that purifies the blood. It is a color that eases anxiety, tension. It is for lung issues. It is for infections. It is my go-to color for anything and everything. Do you have your, yes, you have your green. And it's great to help you cope with stress. It is to bring you hope. I don't know how you guys feel when you're outside in nature and you're looking at all the green. How does that make you feel? Peaceful, right? Right? Yeah. So green is it's actually one of the colors that shows up the most on this planet. You'll see is green and blue actually. So green is a color to just soothe everything. When you're not sure what color you need, go to green. Green will harmonize because it's in the center. Each color is related to a specific area of the body. Red is, the perineum. Orange is in the lower abdomen. Yellow is in the solar plexus, and green is in the heart. So if you think green, think of unconditional love. Think of bringing green to your heart. So we're going to try this again. Let's do it again with a meditation with green. Are you guys getting this? Are you guys into it? Yeah? All right. Good. So, my green person, you ready?
I have a question.
Sure.
Where was that yellow one again?
The yellow, solar plexus.
What was the first?
The first one is red, and it's in the, I don't know if you guys have heard of chakras, the energy wheels that are in the body. So red is the first one. The next one is orange, yellow in the solar plexus, green and actually pink in the heart, blue, indigo, and violet, and then white all around. Yeah. So, ready for green? Close your eyes again. And if it helps to have the visual of the screen, you can keep your eyes open too. So take a deep breath and imagine yourself in a forest. Feel the wind in your face. Soft sound of the trees. Imagine the trees hugging you and the color green surrounding you, bringing it into your heart and sprouting throughout your body. Follow the wisdom of the color. Energy will go where you need it the most. The essence of green is the essence of love, of hope, of renewal. The essence of green restores your body. Anything came up, write it in your journal. so you may use it with your next activity. By the way, green is also great for children to also calm them down. You put them in front of something green, and you will notice that they begin to just relax. So those of you with young kids or with rowdy husbands, it's a great help. Blue is the spirit of truth. Blue is patient. Who's my blue person? Oh, you have your glasses? Okay. It aids communication. It is devotion. It is sincerity. It is justice, integrity. It is peace, vastness. It is truth. It helps you with your throat, with your, if, for example, if you have a sore throat, it's a great color to actually put on your throat. And I will show you guys the different tools that I use that you can actually implement in your life. It is humble, it is compassionate, it is spiritual. So, when you say blue, what do you think of?
Water, shine.
Frio? Okay. What else?
Water.
Water? Okay. So it is great to cool down fevers, also for inflammation. I use a lot of green. It is for freedom of speech. It's also for itching, great for skin rashes. It is also great for clearing the mind so that communication comes through easily and effortlessly. I also, in your pamphlet, you're going to have the affirmations. And the affirmations of I express myself freely, and every color has had it. And you guys are going to get them in case. If you feel connected to them, I invite you to actually repeat them and embrace them and embody them. So again, we're going to go through blue. So take a deep breath. And imagine that there's a shower head on top of your head. And you're seeing the color blue come through that water. Feel the coolness. Feel the calmness that it gives you. Notice how it makes you feel. What images come up. What sounds do you hear when you think of blue? What smells come up? Notice blue. And see yourself she had a memory come up when she was little, going to a local pool
And floating.
and floating.
Remembering the Bee Gees song that was playing.
And remembering the Bee Gees song that was playing. So, did that bring a feeling of bliss, of joy? What did it do?
So I love the water. I love to swim.
So she loves to swim. So in the next activity, I would highly recommend that you use a lot of blue, so you get in touch with that joy, with that peace, for other things to come through. Anybody else? We're going to move on to indigo, which is the spirit of deep peace. And it's about faith, loyalty, psychic abilities, insight, intuition. It's for decisions, reverence, it's discipline, it's dignity, it is self-reflection. Oh, sorry. Yours, right? Okay. I use that color a lot for calming pain. I use that color for skin eruptions. I use it for when there's bleeding, when there's infections. I also use it to assist people into tapping into their intuition more. So that color is for this area of the face. So what I invite you to do when I'm playing the sound, I actually want you to imagine a funnel of indigo light, like coming in like this, like somebody's hosing you down. And I want you to tell me what you experience with that. Just breathe in the color and breathe it in through this area of your body. Everybody got that? Yeah? All right, so take a deep breath. Breathing in blue, in your third eye or between your eyes. Noticing what needs to be revealed to you today. Breathing in deep indigo, which is the color of the night sky right before the sun completely disappears. It's the infinite possibilities. Indigo is a very spiritual color to awaken your own spiritual gifts, to awaken your mind beyond the mundane, to take you deep into yourself and into the stars. Imagine indigo all around you. Coming in through the top of your head now. Think of blueberries, the beautiful indigo color that they have. How do they taste? How do they feel? Allow indigo to bring forth an insight today. A gift for you. A revelation. Indigo assists you in getting more in touch with your inner knowing. It opens up a space in yourself so you can see more clearly. Take a deep breath again. Imagine indigo coming in through your third eye. Take a deep breath again and open your eyes when you're ready. And again, if anything came up, please write it down. The might be a hidden gift in that exercise. So the last color that we're going to cover today is violet, which is the spirit of divine consciousness. It is the spiritual master, one of my favorite colors. It is universal consciousness. It is beingness. It is unity. It's the link with creation. It's transcending. It's godlike. It's wisdom. It's unconditional love. Have you noticed that in the different churches they use violet a lot in the windows? There's a reason why they do that. In the old cathedrals, actually, they knew the power of color. And so what they did is they put in these beautiful mandalas. And if you've been to Europe or to the big cathedrals, will usually have these beautiful mandalas. And they know the reason they do this is because as the sun comes in through the color, it's awakening different things in you. But it's really a hidden kind of a fact, but that's how they use color also in religion. So on a physical level, I use that color a lot for migraines. If anybody suffers from migraines, yeah, it's a great color to ease migraine. It assists in detoxification of the body, itching, irritation, inflammation, and in realigning the meridians. The meridians are the highway system of the body, and in Chinese medicine, we work with the different meridians to unblock them so that there's more balance and harmony, and that you have better better digestion, sleep, and all kinds of wonderful things, pain in the body. So we're going to do our last meditation with violet. So again, go ahead and take a deep breath. And imagine again a ball of light above your head. Imagine a beautiful purple light, violet light. Let it surround you. Feel the coolness of it. And know that all the colors come from the universe. And as violet trickles down your mind to the possibilities of life. You're feeling more connected to yourself, to others, to your surroundings. Let violet soothe your mind. Bring you an awareness beyond this physical plane. Feel violet in every cell of your body. Bring it to your heart. thoughts. We won't have time to do these, but magenta is the color of the divine feminine. Another favorite color, I use a lot of color bottles to connect me to the color. You can get these on Amazon.com. So magenta is the color of compassion. It's the color of the divine feminine. It is what assists us in being the nurturers and being the mothers that we are. It's great for balancing the hormones. Actually, that's my #1 color to go to for balancing the hormones. So all those hot flashes, wear magenta. Pink, unconditional love. And it's great to heal grief and sadness. It restores youthfulness. I actually, when there's been a lot of sexual abuse in a woman, I will use so much pink light in her, the uterus area, or women that are having a hard time getting pregnant. It's a great color for that. It's nurturing, it's pure love. Then turquoise. Turquoise is the transformation of consciousness. It's going into the unknown. It is discovering soul potentials. I actually use turquoise when somebody's very rigid. When I get very rigid people on my table, I gently begin using turquoise to allow them for new possibilities, especially when it comes to color therapy. It supports restoration. It's great for the skin. It regenerates the skin. And it helps you release old belief systems that are locked into your energy field around you, your heart. Then we have white, the spirit of purity. And white is all the colors combined together. It is the transcendence of human experience, is grace, is wisdom, it is serenity, it is peace. So, how do you feel when you wear white? Good. Right? Angelic, right? Clean. So, techniques to work with color. We did some color breathing today. That's the most inexpensive technique you can use. And very powerful. And you actually get better at visualizing. You can also do it with your eyes open, having a color, either silk or an object that brings you to that color. Mandalas. Mandalas are great, and we're very fortunate that our next speaker will be covering this amazing topic. I actually have a couple of patients who had their mothers do coloring with mandalas, and their Alzheimer's did not get worse. That's a big statement. Pay attention to that. It calms down the nervous system to do mandalas. It restructures the brain. Solarized water, which is you can get color bottles and put them in the water. Put water in them, put them in the sun to bring in that vibration and that color into your system. And in the pamphlet, I give you the resource of where you can buy the little color glasses. Little glass plates. Color glasses, these are my kids. You can use, again, color glasses to also, that's actually the fastest way and one of the cheapest ways to use color. If, for example, you're having a day that you feel very tired, put on your orange glasses for 20 minutes. And you will see how it changes you. Color silks, which is what you saw up here. By the way, this is my treatment room. I work with a monochord table, which is basically, this is a table that has 70 strings underneath. I play it, I use color lights, color silks, and acupuncture. I also use glass mandalas. This is another great way to bring in color. You let the sun shine through the glass, and it creates a very peaceful environment. People, when they come into my home, they immediately go, because I have all these kinds of things around. Again, the source is in that table. And then color lights, which is what you saw Linda. She was assisting me so that the participants up here could experience color. And this is how I basically use it. I usually put a needle, and then I put the color depending on what the condition of the person is. I also, in that pamphlet that you have, I gave a few names of other acupuncturists that practice in this way in different parts of Florida. And if somebody is not near you and you're interested, email me. I'll be happy to help you find somebody. And that's it. Thank you so much, and I hope. Walk through the rainbow and allow the color to nourish you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I challenge each of you as you get up, and we're now going to transition and walk to lunch, and we're going to hear about mandalas after when we get back. And Dana has an incredible slide presentation and some description of how you can use the mandalas in your journal. But as you rise, just imagine your auric field. Each one of those colors represents your auric field, and you just imagine it very large and expanded. So just feel like taller and more as powerful as we transition to lunch.